Buddy, ready for another episode of Mr. Marc's Mailbag? Well, if you're not, which I know you are, I'm definitely ready. Lots of great questions that came in again through Mr. Marc's Mailbag, and you guys keep on sending them to the address that you see on your screen right now. See it? Great. That's where you send all your questions, and we will read them here on the air, and let's get right to it. First up, right there, this is from Draymond from Illinois, who is in the 4th grade. And Draymond, guess what? It was about Director Denny. I think we were there 5 months ago up in your great state of Illinois. We had a wonderful time. Dear Mr. Marc, what is your favorite subject in school, I'm assuming? Because Draymond says, mine is science. Science is a really good... Science is not my favorite subject, even though a lot of our episodes that we go on, we have a lot of really cool scientific stuff. I'm pretty sure in Mysterio Maya, we had maybe some science equations. Well, I know in Icelandic Meltdown, again, which we actually talked about last week, we talked about geothermal stuff. But science is not my favorite subject. I'm glad it's yours. I would say mine is history. I love history. So definitely is what I always got an A in. Science, I usually got like a B minus. I'm just kidding. Thank you very much, Draymond. Good question. And I'm glad you're doing well in school. And I'm glad you like school. You have to like it. Okay, next up. Always dear Mr. Marc. I think now that I always say it, everybody will always say dear Mr. Marc. Dear Mr. Marc, this is from Cassidy in Vermont, who's in the 2nd grade. And Cassidy signed it, your friend. Well, thank you. I'm glad I'm your friend. I like to play in the snow. I bet you do up in there in Vermont. It gets cold. Can you ski? My mom says it's a good way to exercise. Skiing is a really good, there's 2 types of skiing, right? There's snow skiing and then there's water skiing. Well, Mr. Marc's headquarters is in Orlando, Florida, so we really don't see too much snow. And I kind of grew up and I'm able to water ski. I can't really snow ski. I think I went skiing about 25 years ago. I've been in snow a bunch of times, but only skiing once, so I wasn't that good at it. And yes, it is a great way to exercise. And you know what sticks out at me? I'm glad, Cassidy, that you are outside, breathing in the fresh air and exercising, and you're having fun. And that's what's important when it comes to that. And 2, I guess you call it cross-country skiing. It's one of my most favorite things I like to watch in the Olympics, in the Winter Olympics, is the cross-country skiing event. Because, man, those women and men are working so hard, and it looks like it's really hard to do. Just skiing in general. We have our Greek gauntlet episode, but that was a Summer Olympics. We haven't done any. We did a little bit of Winter Olympics in Maple Mayhem in one of our adventures. But Cassidy, yes, I can water ski. I can't snow ski. Next up, here we go. One more. This is from Jaden, who is from Tennessee. Jaden from Tennessee. There we go. And a picture right there. All right, nice picture. Let's see what the picture's all about. Hello, Mr. Marc. How about that? I just said everybody's going to say, dear Mr. Marc, and the next one says, hello, Mr. Marc. My favorite thing to do is walking on the beach for exercise. Very good. Do you like the beach? As I just mentioned, I'm in Orlando, Florida. And so I've grown up going to the beach all the time. I really enjoy myself when I go to the beach, and I love to go on walks just like you are. I love to run on the beach sometimes too, real early in the morning with no shoes on, just your feet, which you can't really do any place else. So yes, I really like the beach. I'm glad once again that you're outside and that you're exercising and you're having fun, because if you're having fun, you're going to keep on exercising. Just make sure you're drinking lots of water every single time that you're exercising. And great picture. I'm assuming the picture right there is you walking on the beach and there's clouds. And I guess, the squiggly line is the ocean. Very cool. Hey guys, that's all the time we have for you this week. We're listening to your feedback though. I know Some shows, when we have more time, we're going to answer more questions. When we're pressed for time, we can usually only get to 3 of your questions. But we are so thrilled, Director Denny and myself, that you're really enjoying the show and that you're watching Mr. Marc's Mailbag. And we have some new and interesting stuff coming up too in the near future on Mr. Marc's Mailbag. Once again, you see the address on your screen. Make sure that you send your letters to that address, and we will do our best at answering them on Mr. Marc's Mailbag. That's going to do it. As always, folks, keep it moving.